catalyst for change with the chance to thrive. Crystal is the one to stir up gifts and save lives. You get exposure, promotion, and marketing too. And advertise for business owners just like you. On Storytime, your interview is global. Virtual or in person, just come on the show. Yo, your story matters. Crystals will open the door. 40 years of experience, ready to give you more on Storytime. Get ready for story time. Hey, come on.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, good people? How you doing there? How you doing? What's going on? I wanted to get this party started and introduce to you a brother that is from New York City. And he's doing this thing, and he is known to many of us as Big Delph. Big Delph is branching out and doing some amazing things, and I want to bring him up here and introduce him to you guys. Delph, are you with me?
I'm here.
Excellent. I want to say welcome to you. Welcome to Storytime. And I just want to let the people know about you and the big things you're doing. We miss you here in Raleigh, North Carolina. The things that you have done here, we wanted to shout you out and let everybody know what you have going on. So we thank you so much for giving us time. How you doing on today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Well, that's amazing. So listen, I know you are from that big city, and I know a couple of things about you, but some people may not know. And I know we're going to get into it a little bit, but I always tell people to start out by telling us about their background, a little bit about their background. Tell the people, who is Big Delph? Where you from? A little bit about your family history and your background.
I'm from Queens, New York, Laurelton, 230th Street, Merritt. My family is originally from the island of Montserrat. That's where my dad's side of the family is from. My mother is from South Carolina. So those are my roots. I grew up in New York, and then I moved to North Carolina as a teenager. And I've been in North Carolina running around doing certain things on the hip hop scene, on the restaurant scene, on the TV screen. And now I'm in Atlanta, and I'm trying to make everything come to, one big picture.
Well, one thing about it, you are making everything come, you're making it come to fruition. Let's talk about you in Raleigh, North Carolina. I remember that spot. What was the name of that spot you had over there off of Atlantic?
Smoking Grooves.
The Smoking Grooves. Yes, I remember that. That had it going on over there. You had the food over there. You had the entertainment going over there. You had a good run over there. How long was you over there?
I think it was 3 years, maybe.
Yeah. And during the 3 years, you made an impact. I love the way you had the atmosphere set up. It was a grown folks area, grown folks would come in there, get the food on and do what they had to do. Do you miss that spot over there?
I do. I think it was a great time, but it was good vibes there. So that's what I probably missed the most, is that the vibes were just real organic there. So that's what I missed the most. But Smoking Grooves was my first endeavor.
Was it? Well, yeah. You did a good job for it to be your first. I would have never known. I mean, you came over there with, as a chef, as a producer, as a promoter. I mean, you kind of tapped into all of that simultaneously. So you did a good job, And I think you had, like, Devron came over there sometime that did some things with you too.
Well, me and Devron been rocking for a long time. So anything that I had going on, he was going to be there with me.
Yeah, Dev speaks very highly of you. He always talked about you. He speaks highly of it. That's New York again. We know how New Yorkers are. I didn't know you from Laurelton. I'm born and raised in Harlem, but I actually spent my childhood in Hollis, in Jamaica, Queens.
right next to
I
Law.
didn't realize. Yeah. So I didn't realize you were out there out of Lawton area. You
Mm-hmm.
know. So now, Smoking Group. What's the one thing that sticks out in your mind about that place that you think right now people talked about it? If they brought it up, what would they have to say about Smoking Group? If they went back, we talk about plumbers, we talk about trimmers, plum crazy, all of those. If they brought up Smoking Group, what would they say?
I think they would say that their wings was the favorite. A lot of people always come to me with that, saying that those were some of the best wings that they ever had.
And
Um,
what was the secret about them wings, man?
it's still a secret.
It's still a secret. So they got to go to Atlanta now. They got to go all the way to ATL or Georgia to get them wings now.
Well, we spread it back out. I'll be back to North Carolina sooner or later with a restaurant or a food truck, either or out there. I'm definitely
That's good. That's good. So now you've been in Atlanta how long now?
around 4 years, 5 years. Well, back in Atlanta because I lived here before, but back in Atlanta, this go around 4 years, 5 years.
And talk about that. How did that happen? How did you decide to leave Raleigh and to uproot and go back to Georgia?
Um, I just felt like I did everything I could possibly do to be successful in Raleigh, and it didn't work for me. And I said I was just gonna go start over. My children were out here, so I decided to go to where I can be close to my kids and start over.
Wow.
And I
And
came out here and I took a job. I started from working. Um, I got a job as a chef for the Hawks, and then I got a job for being a chef at Two Chains Restaurant, and I did both of those for 2 years, working like 19 hours a day.
yes, he does. You don't. Is the restaurant yours now in Atlanta, or are you working at the restaurant? Because I know you started with a job. Is the restaurant that you had before you got the food truck, was that your restaurant, or were you just working there?
No, it's my Base and Treble is my restaurant.
Okay. So is that going to stay open? Because I know effective like this week, right now, we got the food truck going on. You're going to have both?
Gonna have both, definitely.
Wow. So what's the address for those people? Because I have one young lady who just asked, what's the location of the restaurant in Atlanta for those who might want to know?
The location for Base and Treble Cafe, and mind you, it's just a takeout restaurant, but it's upscale takeout. But we do have a table in there which we call a kill table, because a lot of times people for the first time, if they travel in, they get to sit down and be the only customer there and get full VIP service. So, but it's not a dine-in restaurant where you can bring in family and not like that. But if you're in the Georgia area, it's Jonesboro, Georgia, which is the south side of Atlanta, and it's 9853 Tara Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia.
And say the name of it again. Basic what?
Bass and Treble Cafe, like in music. Bass and Treble.
So B-A, how you spelling it?
BASS and
Oh, just like the music. Wow.
right, bass and treble, just like the sounds.
Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice. And so how has that been going since you've been there at the Bass and Treble Cafe? Yeah, Bass and
We've
Treble.
been accepted with open arms from Clayton County in the city of Georgia, in the city of Jonesboro. The commissioner, she comes and eats and patronizes my restaurant. The local pastors from all of the churches that come support me. My landlord is cool. We have 5-star ratings on Google when it comes to our food and our customer service.
Wow, nice.
And that's just off being a takeout restaurant. So even though you're there for those 15 minutes waiting for your food to be cooked, because everything is cooked fresh, you are still going to get top-notch customer service. We're going to take care of you.
Excellent. Now, Delph, you've been known to be like a celebrity chef too. Let's talk about that. Is it because the celebrities come there and order from you, or have you actually done like personal chef services for celebrities?
I've done all of that. So at Base and Trap at Smoking Grooves, I was already cooking with celebrities. I was cooking for Big Daddy Kane, Slim from 112, Carl Payne from Martin. You know, different. I was already doing that at Smoking Grooves. So just overall, I have been able to cook for many celebrities. Even when I worked at the Atlanta Hawks, I cooked for celebrities. So now our latest thing, which was the first thing we did with the D&D's All of My Grill food truck, was we were hired by Will Smith to cater for Bad Boys.
Oh, nice.
So we
That was
just
recent. Yeah, I saw that post. That was just recently, like a month or so ago, right?
Oh yeah, very recent. Around 2 weeks ago, and yeah, so we were able to be hired by Will Smith and go on the set of Bad Boys and feed Martin and Will Smith and all of their production team. So yeah, you can definitely say we are celebrity chefs. That's what we are.
Yes. Well, that definitely gives you the rights right there to say that. Even with that, and more people will come. A young lady just said she knows quite a bit of people out there that she will put the word out for sure, and let people know about the restaurant. She said, she likes to eat in the comfort of her home, but she also said she knows a lot of people, and so she'll advertise it. So that's what it's all about, word of mouth. Would you say that you have gotten this far from personal referrals and word of mouth?
Definitely word of mouth and just building good relationships with people and networking, real good with people. That's what I like to do. I like to network. I like to meet people. I like to get to know what you do, how you can help me, how I can help you, and just have a great relationship. So definitely word of mouth is something that's important because that's how we have grown in the city of Jonesboro.
Wow. So you're in Jonesboro now. I understand the word is out. The food truck is ready.
The food truck is ready. Like I said, the first event we did was Will Smith on the set of Bad Boys, but we also we fed the guys working on the railroad, CSX Railroad. We did that this week, so we just getting our feet wet with the food truck, and then but you're gonna see it everywhere. And then our food is definitely top notch. So you're gonna hear a lot about us, and we're in the works of getting another food truck. So you're gonna see multiple food trucks out here.
Now, I know that someone asked a question, and I know we talked about your wing, but would you consider your wings your specialty dish?
Nah, our specialty dish right now that we're getting most praise off of right now is our collard green egg rolls.
Oh, wow.
And we sell that at Base and Treble, and we sell that on the D&D's food truck as well. So it's basically collard greens like your grandma cook them, but we do not use meat, so they're just seasoned to perfection. Then we take that and we roll that into an egg roll shell, and then we fry it golden brown, and we serve it with a homemade sweet chili sauce. And the customers and just the people been going crazy over it. And we also have a roll called the Clayco roll, representing Clayton County, and that's our sauce. That's chicken cooked in our sauce called Better Than Sex sauce,
Oh, better
and
than sex.
Better Than Sex sauce with cabbage and carrots, and that's rolled into an egg roll, and that's the Clayco roll. So yeah, we got a couple of different unique items on our menu.
So now, Delph, are you coming up with these names?
Of course, I am.
Nice, nice. Better than sex. And that sounds really interesting. That sounds kind of spicy.
It's sweet and tangy, and we have a twerk sauce as well. Yeah, that's a big one that the guys really, 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 really like. So
Wow,
that's sweet and spicy. That got a little more kick to it in the twerk sauce.
wow. So now with the truck, are you looking for help? Are you going to be hiring?
Yes, we are. Yes.
And what are you looking for? What qualifications? If somebody is interested in coming to work for you, tell them how they can reach out for you and what you're going to be looking for as far as qualifications.
Looking for somebody with great work ethic and looking for line cooks right now. That's what we're looking for.
Okay. And do they have to have a couple of years experience or they need good references?
Definitely a couple of years experience. You don't have to be a certified chef, but we're looking for people with good work ethic and want to grow with a company because we are growing very fast. And if you want to grow and with us, then that's what we're looking for.
Wow. When you talk about work ethic, let's talk about that for a minute. In the food industry, a lot of people don't understand what that means and why it's important because you have your own recipes, right? And you need to trust someone to be able to come in there. So why is it important that they are reliable and know how to follow instructions?
Well, for one, you've probably been to restaurants like your favorite restaurant or one of your favorite restaurants before, and the food, for the most part, tastes the same. But then they might hire somebody new, and then that person is cooking, and then you come in and get your favorite item, but it doesn't taste the same. That's what we do not want to happen. So you got to follow the recipes step by step to keep the quality of food that we produce.
Have you ever had to let somebody go for not following instructions?
Yes, I do fire people.
Yeah. Uh, a young lady that's out there, she says she always asks who is the chef before she ordered. That's interesting. So people
Right,
go to
because
restaurants
the
just
chef might be there and their food is the one that got you hooked. But then the day that the chef has to take off or is not there and their food tastes different, then so that's what we don't want to have happen with our business. And we haven't had it happen because we do have a young lady that works with us right
so let me ask you this. What makes a good chef?
now. Being detailed and determined to put out a good product. I'm not going to serve nothing that I'm not going to eat myself. I'm not going to put that on your plate. And then, especially in the days of social media and iPhones and gadgets, um, everybody's taking pictures. We want to make sure that everything is presented, even if it's takeout food, which all of our food is takeout. We still present it in a way where you would think you came from Ruth Chris with a takeout plate. Put it that way.
So presentation
Is
is
very
half
important.
that's half of it right there. And you're right because I'm very visible. And I don't like to try a lot of new things, but if I see something and it looks appealing to me, then I may be one to want to try it. So the way it looks on that plate, it means everything. And the
Correct.
ingredients, those ingredients, uh, and it's definitely important that you have the right ingredient. Now, a lot of people are trying to eat healthy now. So are you changing up your style of cooking because of that? Because you have vegans, you have everybody who's health conscious. How are you dealing with that?
We have a black bean burger on our menu for the vegans that's patted out and we make it customized in house. And then we have our mixed vegetables that we serve. And I'm gonna be honest, I think that we have more people eating vegetables than any grandmother ever had in their life. Our
Wow.
mixed vegetables are the bomb. It's squash, zucchini, carrots, and cabbage. It's sauteed off per order, and we got our own little seasoning that goes into it. And the vegetables are still crunchy and delicious. And we sell more vegetables than ever I ever could see in my life. I never knew people would eat that much vegetables if it was good, but we sell
Wow.
a lot of them.
So vegetables are taking over. So now let me ask you this, Delph. When people are going in, the shelf life for vegetables don't last long. That means you have to do a lot of shopping, to keep it fresh, correct?
Yeah, I honestly shop every day.
Yeah, so that part could be kind of discouraging almost because you can't like stock up on produce.
But if you want that product to be fresh, then you just gotta get out there and go make it happen. If you gotta get up 2 hours early to go get some fresh produce, then that's what it is. Because I want the I want the taste that you having to be fresh all the time.
Yes, yes, yes. And that's good. So who is the celebrity that has really endorsed your food? I mean, outside of Will Smith and of course Martin Lawrence prior to that, that right now, like if they hear your name, they're gonna say, "Oh, my man, yeah, go get his cooking because he the man."
Big Daddy Kane,
Oh yeah.
Big Daddy Kane showed me a lot of love. He showed me so much love that he was actually the guest on my cooking show, and he told me he wanted to do that for me, and I always salute Big Daddy Kane for that. Not to mention, I was a Big Daddy Kane fan growing up, so
So you have a cooking show. Talk about that. Is it still going on now? And where could they find it and watch it?
it's about to be relaunched because I'm going to do it from the food truck now.
Okay.
And yeah, let's next year we'll have some episodes on one of those good streaming services.
So I got a question for you. Will you ever have any like guest chefs or people who want to cook and they've never really, maybe they didn't go to culinary school, but they're really good. They're passionate about it. Just like they have these TV shows. Will you ever have anything like that? Will you will have somebody come in and kind of show them the ropes, or even maybe do some competitions or something?
Definitely, yeah, definitely all of that. I know a lot of chefs personally, and I know they have some skills that I want the world to see, and I would like to present that through my outlets.
Oh, that's going to be good.
Yeah,
So you said outlets. So right now, what I'm hearing is in a couple of years, there's going to be these food trucks going to be all over.
everywhere, everywhere. And I'm even talking about in the Caribbean, in the islands. You might get off a cruise port, and then right off the cruise port, you're going to see D&D's all on my grill.
Wow. So I'm going to make sure that when I put this video up, I'm going to have the picture of the truck so they can see that. That's going to be the thumbnail I use. So as a business owner, how challenging was it to get to this point? You started out with Smoking Grooves. You started doing a restaurant, and then you branched out, went back, took a job, and now you have your food truck. For somebody who's watching that may want to go down this path, tell them how challenging that was and what do they need to do to be able to make their dreams come true.
Um, it was very, very overwhelming, very challenging, and it's not easy, and it's not for the weak.
Mm.
So if you really don't have it in your heart, um, you probably won't make it. That's why you see a lot of restaurants close within the first year because they have the money, but they don't have the knowledge, and it takes a lot of figuring out to even get. Not that I even say I've gotten this far, but to where I'm at now, it took a lot of bumps and bruises.
Now, let's talk about support. Let's talk about support. A lot of times people think when they start a business, they can call on their friend, they can call on their family, and that's going to get them through. How much of that is true for you? Because a lot of times business owners will tell you, it wasn't my friends and it wasn't my family. It was the strangers and people I didn't even know that got me to this point.
My family has been pretty supportive. My cousins have been very supportive. Um, they believe in me, and they've had my back. Um, Definitely, my family has done what they can do. My dad, my mom, and my dad are just who they are, the bomb. And but it's rough, man, because my biggest supporter is my wife.
Okay.
You know, she's held it down for me through this journey.
And is she in the kitchen with you? Is she cooking sometimes? Is she down in there making sure she help you with the recipes or running to the store or just
No,
making sure things
no,
are done?
she has worked in the kitchen with me at a restaurant, and she knows how to get down. But now, this is my area. Now, can she cook? Yes, she's from the islands. She can cook her ass off. Her oxtails are amazing. Her curry goat is amazing. But as far as restaurant and the food truck, nah, that's me, and just making it happen. And then me and my cousin Donnell, we started this food truck together, and that's why it's called D&D, Delph and Donnell's, all in my grill food truck, and we plan to do some big things.
Yeah, the wings. Somebody said they looked up the page and the wings look good. That the wings is what did it, right? And the egg roll too.
And yeah, we have grilled jerk wings that are very delicious as well. We have jerk chicken tacos with pineapple coleslaw. They are super delicious. We have our jerk dirty girl jerk pasta. You can see that online. We do chicken, shrimp, salmon, vegetable pasta. It is penny noodles with a creamy jerk sauce and a little bit of Parmesan cheese and whatever protein you want, and it's super delicious.
Wow, whatever protein. So where do all these recipes come from? Was mom? I mean, was you sitting at the house and you came up with a parent who cooked like that, or what was it? Where did it come from?
These recipes are created over the, the last couple of years. But my fried chicken recipe, I've been frying chicken the same way since I was 12 years old.
Wow.
So it's the same way I would fry chicken tomorrow is the same way I did when I was 12. So I always cooked, but now, I'm converting the music over. Instead, I like to tell people, instead of writing rhymes, now I'm writing recipes.
Mm-hmm. That's
But I'm
right.
writing as many recipes as I used to write rhymes.
That's right. Because you did do some things in the hip hop industry.
Yes.
And this is the big year, the 50th anniversary. How you feel about that? They giving the hip hop the notoriety and the attention, and they showing it a lot of love. And it's a lot going down in August around the world where they're going to really go hard and celebrate everybody who has something to do with it.
It's a blessing. I love the hip hop culture. I do. And you said Hollis. It's crazy because Run DMC is from Hollis, but
Oh yeah,
Run DMC hung out in Laurelton. So I
yes.
watched Run DMC transform into Run DMC.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
Mm-hmm.
might be telling my age there, but hey, I'm the same age as hip hop. Put it that way.
Well, you know what? That's a blessing to still be here to talk about the age. So it's okay to talk about how old you are and the fact that you're still here, you
True.
know. And so there's nothing wrong with that. And I know that you are with Donnell. Some people try to go back and help a lot of friends and bring people up. Do you intend on trying to do that, or would you recommend that? I mean, because some people say no, that's a no. Family, sometimes you don't mix the two. What is your take on that when it comes to bringing family into the business?
Excuse me. Uh, that's a hard one because uh, it would definitely depend on the individual. Because I've done business ventures with some family members that did not work and will never ever work. But then I've done some. Then I'm doing some with other family members that's going great. So it depends on the the individual. But as far as reaching back out, I've always been a giver. I've always liked to kind of show people I know to help them out. So yeah, I would definitely do something like maybe like a chef's class or something like that, or a chef slash business class, because I feel like I've walked in enough business potholes to know to show the next person not to step in them.
That's excellent. Now, tell us something else about you that people don't know, Delph. We know that you have a hip hop background, businessman. We know you got skills in the kitchen. What's something people don't know about you?
Um, wow. I don't know. Maybe that I love architecture.
Mm.
You know, I like to see, how things are built from scratch. So, I got a pretty intellectual side on my subconscious.
Okay. Okay.
But that's one of the things. But if anybody knows me, they know that I'm a I'm a giving person, and and I'm a hard worker.
And so children,
Yes, yes. Altogether, I have 4 children. I have
daughters, sons.
I got 2 sons and 2 daughters.
Oh, you got the girls got you wrapped around their fingers.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And it's crazy because like they kind of grew up on Facebook, and I see old pictures of when I used to post on Facebook, and they were babies, and now they're wearing makeup and weave and eyelashes and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. And sons, man, how did it feel to have sons coming up in 2023? I know that has to be a challenge with the way the world is today and the way they treat our young brothers.
Definitely, but I have to say I was blessed to have some smart ones.
And
Don't get
so,
no trouble. No, they don't do nothing bad.
have you had that conversation with them, Delph, about the law and how to respond to the law, how to avoid controversies? Because when they get those stopped unnecessarily so that they don't have any issues.
Definitely, we talk very very openly about everything, and that's definitely a subject of topic that we go over. That you don't do anything to get your. The bottom line is to make it home every day. So you never let your ego, even with the police or with a road rage driver or whoever or somebody at the street, don't. The bottom line is to make it home every day, and that's what I always preach to them. Is like you got to make it home so you can try the next day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
how, even if you're having a bad one, still make it home so you can start over. But so a lot of people, carry bad energy around and act on the spur of the moment, and then their day is gone forever. Either they die or they go to jail.
I'm telling you. And you said something. You said something about your daughters coming up on the internet. Uh, I know you probably had that conversation too about being careful about what you put on the internet because everything today, everybody puts everything on the internet. And then if they ever want to have a career or do some things, run for office, be in law enforcement, FBI, I mean, it'll come back to haunt them. Have you had that conversation too?
Definitely, definitely. We very openly with them as well, not sugarcoating it. And I was a teenage dad, so my son, my first son, we kind of grew up together, So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we're more best friends, than everything, than anything.
Well, that's good. That's commendable. I'm glad. I appreciate you being present because I know sometimes there's some parents that are not present. So that's a blessing to hear that you were able to be present in your children's lives. So any big event coming up that you plan on providing food services for or even maybe hosting with your food truck in the future?
No, nothing planned, but yes, everything planned. So I'm definitely going to be filling up the calendar over the next couple of months. Definitely going to be doing a lot of HBCU homecomings out here. And Atlanta has a lot of events going on from the summer to the spring that I will definitely be partaking in. And you're just going to see this food truck everywhere. We're definitely going to be doing more movie sets and more. Um, we're supposed to be doing BMF, Marvel, soon as the writer's strike is over. So we got a couple of things in the works.
All right. And so that's good. So that's why you need all those line cooks and everything, right? And
Correct.
so the line cooks that you're looking for, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
Right on DM on the Instagram.
Okay.
D&D's all in my grill or Base and Treble Cafe, either one.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to be looking for those line cooks. So you got to make sure that you get in there and you let him know your strength, and maybe send a couple of pictures, or do whatever it's going to make you stand out, because you have to beat the next man. So I'm sure that's something, you know. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you're gonna do. I'm looking forward to seeing you come back and maybe pull up on St. Aug campus for the HBCU homecoming with the truck. That'd be
That would
nice.
be nice.
Yeah, because the people would love to see you and they give you some support. You didn't go to St. Aug, sure, did you?
I did. I
When,
started at St. Aug.
okay, when were you there?
91 and 92.
Okay,
And
okay.
then I went to transfer to Winston-Salem State University.
Okay, so you got a little bit of Falcon blood in you, just a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah, no, that's where it started at. I started at St. Aug. That's how I know a lot of people in Raleigh.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, that's good. And I tell people all the time that if you have never been to a HBCU homecoming, you need to experience one. There's
It's
nothing like
amazing.
it.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'll be glad this year that we can pull up on some of them and display our food and what we have going on as well.
And let me say this to you guys: if he does show up, if he show up ready to support. Like, don't show up looking for a hookup. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because sometimes people be looking for the hookup. And she said, JC, oh yeah, and the CIAA too. Oh yes, get to the CIAA. That would be a great place to go too as well.
Definitely.
And those places, the vendor applications are not too astronomical, so I think that'll be really good. I would look forward to seeing you there for sure.
Correct.
So, is there anything that I have not asked you about that you want the people to know about, that whether it's about your food truck, your restaurant, positions you're trying to fill, or maybe some other things you're trying to do? Are you open to being booked? Can people book you for personal
Def-
chef services?
definitely, you can book me for a traveling chef, as long as the budget is good. Um, yeah, you can definitely look for a chain of food trucks in the next 2 to 3 years coming from D&D's All in My Grill. And if you need to book me for a personal chef, if you have, a wedding, a birthday party, a social gathering, any of those things, you can just DM me straight or big_Delph and contact me. But other than that, just stay tuned for Bass and Treble and D&D's All in My Grill food truck, and you're going to see the changes that we're going to be making as far as the culinary game in the next 2 to 3 years.
So I love that. I'm looking forward to the changes in the culinary industry. I'm looking forward to the things you're going to do for the up and coming chefs and the people aspiring to be into the industry, the competitions, the cooking show, all those things that you have going on. I'm wishing you Godspeed and all that. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much for sharing all that with us. That is truly amazing. Uh, I won't keep you all day because I know it's Sunday and this might be the only day you get to rest, with all the stuff that you have going on.
Right.
Anything that you would like to tell the people, any closing comments?
No, but I would like to, thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me tell my story. And for anybody that visits the Atlanta, Georgia area, come check us out. It'll be worth the trip. If you don't make it to the restaurant, then just follow the D&D food truck page and see how we're going to be moving around. I definitely will be doing a pop-up in North Carolina sometime soon.
Yeah, because are you going to eventually have your own? I think you have something. Do you have anything jarred or any ingredient? Do you have anything like that already?
Yeah, we have the Better Than Sex sauce, the twerk sauce. We're in the process of rebranding it, so it's about to be rebottled up, and we'll be having that on the truck for sale.
Okay, so people can get that for sale. I thought I saw something where you had something they can purchase too. So
Right.
man, oh man, oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited. We're gonna have to get down there. I'm gonna have to get with some people. We're gonna have to drive through Jonesboro to get that. Well, listen, we appreciate you. We thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Big Delph coming to you from Georgia.
Yes,
By
ma'am.
way of North Carolina and of course New York City. He showed you that it is possible. It is possible. Just keep on going. You heard him say he had some bumps and some bruises, but he didn't stop.
Right.
You heard him talk about the energy that people have around you. So you have to make sure you watch the people you have around you and just stay focused. Stay focused and get it done. All right. So this has been another episode of Story Time, and we thank you so much. We will post this on here for you, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode. So check us out, and we'll be here on those days where on Sundays. We're going to change the time a little bit, probably. All right, Delph, thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate you.
you.
We won't keep you, and we'll see you later. God bless. Ladies and gentlemen, you have seen Delph, and we will be back. Once again, we may be changing our time on Sundays to a later time, but check us out on Storytime. Make sure you like, you share, and you comment and subscribe, and you tell your friends about it. And go check him out because he has some good looking food for you. He told you where to find him, and that's at big_Delph. All right. My name is Crystal Bodie Smith, and we'll see you next time on Storytime. Bye bye.